Hey, 8th grade, here we go. Brand new week of at home online learning. Hope it's going great for you. I hope your family is all safe and you're happy and blessed and having a good time, as well as getting all your homework turned in. I'm really proud of you. There's a few of you. I'm still looking for your papers, so get with a friend. Learn how. All right, my friends. So let's get them all turned in this week. I'll get all your grading back real soon as well. So we're going to be doing the next lesson, 9.2, volume of cones. So today's lesson is going to be easy, simply because it's very related to our volume of cylinders that we did last week. So let's check it out. We know the word volume means, we need a formula, okay, of a cone. We know a cone has one base. Put a dot at the top. And there you go. That's a cone. We always shade our base. And we do our height from the very center of our circle. And that is our height. So we will always be shading our base and circling our height as normal. Now, this is going to talk to us about the volume of a cone and the formula. A cone is the three-dimensional figure that has one vertex and one circular base. All right, we know all circles have a radius and a diameter. Okay, so if they give you diameter, divide it by 2 for radius. Radius is halfway. That's the one we're interested in. So if they give you all the way across for diameter, as we know, we have to divide it by 2 to equal our radius. And our pi r square is the formula for the area of the base, which in fact is represented with a capital B. We learned that a cylinder was V equals capital BH, was it not? Yes, yes, yes. So now, to explore the volume of a cone, Sandy does an experiment with a cone and a cylinder that have congruent bases. The bases are the same circle, same radius, and so the have congruent bases and heights. She fills the cone with popcorn kernels and pours the kernels into the cylinder. She repeats this until the cylinder is full. Sandy finds that it takes 3 cones to fill the cylinder. So therefore, what is the formula for volume of a cylinder? We learned last week V equals capital BH. Or replace the B with the area formula. V equals pi r squared times this height. All right. But if it's the cylinder, that's the formula. It took 3 of these. So in order to know the formula for one cone, it took 3. What would we do with this? We would divide it by 3. So what is the area of the base of the cone? And we learned that the area, all they're asking us is the area of the base, the capital B. What's the area of the base? It's still pi r squared, is it not? It is. So Sandy found that when the bases and height are the same, it took 3 of those cones to equal the cylinder, the volume of the cylinder. So if we go backwards, we know going this direction 3 times the volume of the cone to get the volume of the cylinder. To go backwards, we would divide, would we not? If we knew the volume of the cylinder, we would divide by 1/3. or no, never mind. I said that wrong. Dividing by 1/3 would be the same as times 1/3 here, going backwards. Going backwards times 1/3 to make sense. You'll see it in a minute. Hope that didn't confuse you. Shouldn't, because your chart, and we all know. How does the volume of the cone compare to the volume of the cylinder? Volume of the cone is 1/3 the volume of the cylinder. So 1/3 times V equals volume of cone. So let's write it nice and clear. 1/3, and your chart will say 1/3 BH. Well, we know we have to replace B with pi r squared. So 1/3 times pi r squared times height. And we know that if we would do multiply all of this, so we just find volume of pi r squared times height, divide by 3. Because 1 times everything on top, then divide by 3. 1/3 times means divide by 3 at the end. So there is the volume of the cone you need to use in this lesson. Volume of a cone. It's your volume of your cylinder divided by 3. All right, let's rock and roll. Here we go. So, I always do these late in the day, so I kind of have low energy, but I'm going to do my best I can. The volume of a cone using a formula. They first discussed volume of a cylinder, and then we explored, and we saw that it's 1/3 the volume of a cylinder. So, again, the formula is 1/3 BH, or 1/3 times pi r squared times height, or we like to add V equals pi r squared h divided all by 3. That's the way to go, my friends. Okay, nice. So let's practice. All right, we see our cone. We see that, that we always want to shade our base. Don't knock out your numbers. Shade your base and circle the height. Okie doke. We see that 2 is the radius. So easy to do. V equals pi r squared times h divided by 3. Class, do them this way. Start with the formula every time. Now plug in 3.14 times 2, your radius is 2 squared, times height. Don't forget, divide by 3. So that's 4, and that's 12, and that's 64. So that would be, this is 4. Okay, I know we can read, 3.14 times 4. What was the height? I put h. Height was 8. Sorry about that. Times 8. Pick up the calculator and then divide it all by 3. Pick up the calculator and multiply all of it out. Hope you have one, but 4 times 3 is 12, and that's 0.64. So 12.64 times 8, all divided by 3. I'm just going with it because I want to. Times 8. Booyah. 2, 3, 48, 51, carry 5. There you go. That's 16 and 21, carry 2. That's 10. Now underline 2 decimals, 101.12. All divided by 3. So 101.12 divided by 3. Bring up that decimal. 3 into 10, 3. That makes 9. Leaves 1. Bring down in 1. 3 and 2, 11. 3. That is 9. Leaves 2. Good deal. 9 and that's 2. And 3 into 21. We have 7. And 7 times 3 is 21. Bring down 2. 3 and 2, 2. Can't do it. Ish. So, I got 33.7. And they got approximately 33.5. Now, very nice. Maybe I did 33.14 times 4 wrong in my head. But anyway, pick up the calculator and test it. But that was very close and very good. All right, my friends. I know you've got the feel of it. It's simply 1/3 and so on. Oh, yeah. The point being made in B. Here's the important thing about B. Notice your circle. 8 is your diameter. So you must determine your radius first. Half of your diameter divided by 2 is 4. So it would be V equals pi r squared times height divided by 3. Pi radius is 4 squared times height. Oops. Shade your base. Circle your height. 9 times 9 divided all by 3. And then then plug in. Either use pi. If you have a calculator that has pi, feel free to use it. If not, plug in 3.14 times 4 squared is 16 times 9. Get a number and then divide it all by 3. And when you do all of that, it comes out 150.7 as they showed us right there. Nice. So just following your formula, my friends, makes your lesson very simple and easy. A lot of times they may show up in volume of each cone. Do we need to practice one? Sure, let's practice one. Let's do number 5. Let's do number 5 together. All right then. Were we given radius? Yes, we were. So radius is 2. We shade our base. Circle the height of 3. So V equals pi r squared times height divided all by 3. I want you to get in good practice that formula for a cone. So pi, 3.14. Radius is 2 squared times height of 3, all divided by 3. Now, 3.14 times 4 times 3 divided by 3. Do y'all see something I see? Would 3 cancel out 3? Yes, my friends, it would. It would. So if you were a step ahead and you saw that, you're correct. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So once we get this answer, it will be the answer. And we can prove it. Okay? So, to be sure, 4 times 3 is 12. Put it in this hand. 4 times 14 is 64. So again, 12.64 times 3, all divided by 3. Again, 3 divided by 3 cancels it out each other. It equals 1. So therefore, your final answer is 12.64. I turn in my book, and it is correct. It just says 12.6, rounding to the nearest tenth. So when this happens, 3 cancels out 3. So the volume of the cone is 12.6 when we round to the nearest tenth. We know on number 4, would we use 15? Yes or no? No, because that is the diameter. If it's the diameter all the way across, we need radius. What would radius be? 15 divided by 2. If you didn't know it, you go out here and do it. But it is 7.5. And height is 16. So you can do the same process, use your calculator, and find the volume. All right. Here, we got what are some things in real life? Well, they're saying a volcano. And it's going to have they want to know, well, what's the volume of the volcano? All right, of the clay in her model. And to know how much clay she used to build her model of Mount something. It doesn't even tell what mount or what volcano. But anyway, same operation. And using your words, diameter of 12, therefore radius equals 6. It's where they got 6. And the height was 8 inches, her model. Yeah, it was a model. A real volcano is not 8 inches tall, is it, class? Maybe 8 miles, you imagine? Scientists in our group. So here's another volcano. Y'all, this answer is humongous. It's like 19 million. So let's don't mess with it. How about it? I think you get the drift. So, homework page. So, regular heading, number, name, date, period. All right, the 1 and 2, they're still wanting you to explore the fact that it takes 3 cones to make 1 cylinder. So, if they gave you the area of the base of the cylinder, area of base, meaning base, the area of base, that's capital B. B equals 45. So they've already said B equals 45. They've already figured pi r squared. And the height is 10. Okay? Okay. So they already told us that B is 45. And so that means 45 times 10 is the volume of the cylinder. How much is 45 times 10? 450. 450 inches cubed. So, that's the volume of the cylinder. So the question is, however, with a cone that has the same area for its base and the same height, what is the volume of the cone? All we have to do is divide by 3. We know that 1/3 V means volume divide by 3. Correct, correct? 1/3 times 450. So that means how much? 45 divided by 3, class. 15. You got it. Plus, bring that 0 down. 150. The volume of the cone is 150 inches cubed. Good. We're rocking and rolling on our homework. Now, let's see what number 2 says. A cone and a cylinder have congruent, meaning equal, height and bases. The volume of the cone. Now, looky here. They're telling us the volume of the cone. Remember, is 18. So here's our cone. And the volume equals 18. Now, to make the cylinder with the same height and same base, that doesn't look like the same height, but oh well. What do? There's 3 cones, remember, in 1 cylinder. So simply multiply times 3. Do you agree with me? Say sure. 3 times 8, 24, carry 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5? Do y'all think it is 54 meters? So what is the volume of the cylinder? Let's say V equaled of the cone. The V of the cone is 18. Cone. Times 3 equals the volume of the cylinder of 54. Booyah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Now, that leaves 1 and 2 for you to always start with this formula. V equals 1/3 BH. Remember, that's what our original chart says. So that means B is pi r squared times height and divide it all by 3. Start with this formula for both of these. We can see on number 3, 6 is your diameter, so this is D equals 6. So radius equals what, class? 3. And here is your height. Plug it all into this and work it nice and neat. Show it all. Starts with the formula with no numbers. Plug in the numbers. Work it as you go. You may use your calculator. Very, very good. All right, I'm just thinking here. Just don't worry about number 7, okay? Very good. So, I'm going to let you omit this one so you can use this space right here for the work for number 6. So, you're going to be doing number 3, number 4, number 6. Writing your formula and all the numbers following right underneath until you get your volume. Come write it neatly on the line. Leave yourself room. Okay, do a great job. Make me proud. If you have any questions, either email me or whatever. Sounds good. You guys are great. Get the job done, get it done, and we'll be done. And we'll do independent practice tomorrow. See you later. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Love you.